The Antonov An-124 metre is a strategic airlift cargo aircraft which was designed by the Antonov Design Bureau in the Ukrainian SSR with the Soviet Union during the 1980s. An-124, better known as the metre, which is the Ukrainian word for dream, creates a fuss wherever it goes. It was first produced back in 1985, and its first flight took place in December 1988. The An-124 was originally built as an enlargement of the Antonov An-124 to transport the Energia carrier rocket and Buran-class orbiters. There has only ever been one An-124 completed. A second, capable of carrying 250 tons, was on the cards and was started, but delayed several times, and although 70% completed, the cost of completion would have been at least $300 million, so it never happened. But what an amazing aircraft the An-124 is! Measuring 84 meters long with an 88-meter wingspan, it weighs 175 tons without cargo or fuel, which makes it the longest-bodied, longest-winged, and heaviest operational plane in the world. In this video, we're going to take a more in-depth look at this massive machine. Before we get started, if you do enjoy this video and would like to see more just like it, remember to give us a like and subscribe to Engineering Technology to get more sent straight to your notifications. When the An-124 metre debuted in 1988, it was around 50% larger than any airliner that had ever been seen before. It is powered by 6 enormous Ivchenko Progress D-18T turbofan engines, each capable of pumping out over 23,000 kilograms of thrust. These engines were selected for their high takeoff thrust and their low specific fuel consumption of great reliability. Also, a big advantage is they are easy to maintain and have low-level noise and contaminant emissions. The landing gear consists of no less than 32 wheels, the only one of its kind. This enables the aircraft to be able to turn within a 60-meter wide runway. The An-124 has fuselage barrel extensions added fore and aft of the wings. The wings also received root extensions to increase span and are anhedral. With a wingspan of 88 meters, it is noticeably wider than that of a Boeing 737 MAX, which has a wingspan of 36 meters. The cockpit is located above the main cargo bay, and the flight control surfaces are controlled via fly-by-wire and triple redundant hydraulics. The nose gear is designed to keel, so cargo can be more easily loaded and unloaded, unlike its predecessor, the An-124, which has a rear cargo door and ramp. This was left off the An-124 in order to reduce weight. The design was also altered on the tail, giving the An-124 a twin tail with an oversized, swept-back horizontal stabilizer. This was essential to enable the plane to carry large, heavy, external loads that would disturb the airflow around a conventional tail. The metre is capable of carrying ultra-heavy and oversized freight up to 250,000 kilograms internally, or 200,000 kilograms on the upper fuselage, with cargo on the upper fuselage being up to 70 meters long. The maximum takeoff weight is 640,000 kilograms, with a fuel capacity of 300,000 kilograms and a cargo hold volume of 1,300 square meters. Its length is 43.4 meters by 6.4 meters wide and 4.4 meters tall, with enough space to hold 50 cars, and includes an onboard crane that can lift 30,000 kilograms at any one time. With the capacity for 6 crew members, the aircraft can do a maximum speed of 850 kilometers per hour, with cruise speed of 800 kilometers per hour. When not fully loaded, the metre has a reported range of nearly 10,000 miles, the equivalent of the distance between New York and Sydney, Australia. When weighed down, however, that comes down to just under 3,000 miles, but still enough to fly across the continent of Europe. The Antonov An-124 was designed and built by the Soviets to replace the aging Myzhyshev VMT. It was codenamed Cossack by NATO forces during the Cold War. In 1988, Maria took her first flight of 74 minutes from Kiev. There were plans to build several more An-124s, but were scuppered by the fall of the Soviet Union and the collapse of the shuttle program. At the same time, the one An-225 that was still flying was put into retirement. In the late 1980s, the Soviet government was looking for a way to generate revenue from its military assets. In 1989, the Antonov Design Bureau set up a holding company as a heavy airlift shipping corporation under the name Antonov Airlines, based in Kyiv, Ukraine. The fleet at that time consisted of 4 An-124-100s and 3 Antonov An-12s, but with the need for a larger aircraft, the original An-225 was re-engined and modified and placed back in service under the management of Antonov Airlines. The An-225 Metre has set over 200 world records since then, with its ability to carry such massive loads. In 2009, it set a world record for airlifting a single payload of 170,188 kilograms from Frankfurt Hahn Airport. The load consisted of a power plant generator. The aircraft also holds a record for being the only plane to have a maximum takeoff weight of over 600 tons, and the plane with the widest wingspan. In 2001, carrying 4 main battle tanks at a record load of 253.8 tons of cargo, the An-225 flew at an altitude of over 35,000 feet, over a closed circuit of 1,000 kilometers, and at a speed of 763 kilometers per hour. In June 2010, the An-225 carried the world's longest piece of air cargo, which consisted of 2 42-meter test wind turbine blades traveling from Tianjin, China to Skridstrup, Denmark. Anyone wanting to hire the aircraft would need $30,000, and that's just for 1 hour. The first commercial flight of the An-225 departed from Stuttgart, Germany in January 2002 and flew to Thumrait, Oman with 216,000 prepared meals for American military personnel based in the region. The food alone weighed 187.5 tons. The aircraft has become an integral part of international relief organizations due to the amount of emergency supplies it is able to carry, including military tanks, trains, and smaller aircraft on its back. After a long 2-year stint undergoing important maintenance work, including the installation of an ADS-B transponder and receiving major upgrades to its power plant control systems, as well as electrical modifications, such as LED lighting, the world's largest cargo carrier took to the skies again to help bring one of the largest cargo shipments of the COVID-19 pandemic from China to Europe. Crates, pallets, and boxes were stored from floor to ceiling with medical supplies. Shipping cargo by an An-225 doesn't come cheap. An example of this is a cargo of a chimney duct being flown from Billund, Denmark to Kazakhstan in 2004, which cost a mere 2 million Danish krone, which is about 266,000 euros. Thanks in part to the 2-year maintenance overhaul, the Antonov An-225 Metre will continue flying oversized cargo loads until at least 2033. Due to its size and uniqueness, the An-225 attracts a great deal of interest, so much so, it has attained a global following. Very often, people will visit airports just to see its scheduled arrival. In Perth, Australia, back in 2016, a crowd of more than 15,000 people gathered at Perth Airport just to catch a glimpse of this impressive aircraft. You will also find the An-225 at many air shows all around the world. This has got to be one of the most impressive aircrafts in the world. Just the sheer size of it alone is enough to make anyone look to the sky in amazement. Its colossal capabilities and versatile use has meant this giant plane is one of the best-loved cargo planes in the world, if not the best, and it's set to stay that way for many more years to come. What do you think of the An-225 Metre? Are there any other feats of engineering you'd like to see us cover? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to Engineering Technology to get our latest videos straight to your notifications. Thanks for watching.